in last week's video, I wanted to show how I use the shapes method to create my drawings in my graphic novel notebook, and to show a little bit the process that I use. It's exactly the same as the tutorial that I showed last week. I use basic shapes in the beginning just to get a guide for what I want to create. Of course, I had a reference for this, an actual wolf, and I just make the changes that I want. I tweak it a little bit, anything to bring it closer to what I had in mind. And after I'm done and I'm happy with the sketch, I go over it with pen. And this part is my favorite because it sort of comes to life, and I also get to refine my sketch even further. And I like to go over the line to make it more bold and more defined. And I'm doing the same to the first illustration that I did. I think the first one was better than the second one. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but again, we are not aiming for perfection here. This was more for storytelling purposes, so I wouldn't put too much pressure on it. But overall, this method has helped me so much to do my doodles and drawings much easier and faster. Someone on Reddit suggested that I do an one notebook challenge for April. And even though I think it's impossible to do that for the whole month, and I really don't want to neglect my notebooks and journals, I decided that I want to do this for just a week, the first week of April. And I think it will be an amazing experiment for me to see if I can actually make this work. So basically the challenge is what it sounds like. Just using one notebook for everything, basically. And because I wanted to do that just for a week, just to try this out and not neglect my poor notebooks and journals, I decided to take this one, which is a Hobonichi notebook. As you can see, it's very tiny, and I'm not sure, this will definitely be a challenge because it's so tiny, but I think it would be enough for 1 week. Although I will be adding in here everything else. I do include a page or two for other things like my daily habits, a general to-do list, and some ideas, a budget, a weekly schedule, and one page for my interests and inspiration. So I like to use images to remind myself of what I like and what I need to focus on. So I'll be using just one page for those, and the only one that's going to be a little bit more extensive is the daily entries. But again, because this is just for a week, the first week of April, I think this will be plenty enough. And this is so cute and tiny, but I think this will work. And I believe that this will help me to sort of shift my perspective a little bit when it comes to my notes and my notebooks. I don't think I will be switching to one notebook ever, because I think my system works right now and I have different notebooks for different subjects. I'm not looking to actually change my system, but I think that this can teach me a lot and change my perspective on everything. Again, I'm just starting this out, so I'm not sure how this is going to affect me. I might just completely change my mind and decide to do one notebook forever. I don't think so, but again, this is an experiment, so I really don't know the results. I don't know how I'm going to feel after this, so I really want to try it out, see how it will affect me, see what things I can learn from this, and just be able to experience something different, because I've been using all of my notebooks for a while and I kind of felt that I needed a break from all of it, because some of them are high maintenance. Of course, the only one that I have to keep doing, and there's no option for me to do it in a small notebook like this, and that is my graphic novel notebook. I mean, obviously, it's a very special project. I can't really do this in any other notebook, So this one is the only one that I'll keep working on during this time. But again, this experiment is mostly for planning and scheduling. It's not so much about creative projects. Of course, I do have a tab here for ideas and sketches, but that's again for projects and work tasks. And this doesn't really count as something artistic or anything like that. So this is mostly for scheduling and keeping all the information in one notebook. I think this notebook is a great choice for this, for a quick experiment, just for a week, and we will see how it goes. So the first page, because as soon as I open this, I want to be able to see my daily habits and my projects, because I want to be able to focus immediately on everything that I'm doing, or everything that I have to do as soon as I open the notebook. So I think the first page is perfect to just write down the daily habits and the active projects that I have right now. So I'll be creating a nice layout for this. Haven't decided on the layouts yet, but I will aim for something just effective, efficient, simple. I don't want anything too complicated or too artistic, let's say. So this will be very focused on productivity and efficiency. And then on this page, I want to put images, just my interests and things that inspire me, things that I love. And I think just looking at everything in one page will really help me to sort of set the mood for the day and inspire me to create new to-do lists and just in general lift me up a little bit, because I do want this to be a productive and efficient notebook, but at the same time, I don't want to forget my more creative projects and my interests and my hobbies and all of that. So I think this page will be perfect for that. The third page will be for the general to-do list. So what I do is whenever something comes to mind, I just want to write it down. I don't want to categorize it in that moment because I might sort of forget it or lose the idea. So I just need a general to-do list, and then I take those to-dos and I categorize them for different projects. So here will be the general to-do list. And this one again will probably be a very simple layout, just a title and bullet points. I was thinking about creating custom bullet points for this one that will match my bookmarks, but I don't know yet because I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep these bookmarks. I will try to find something else. I'm not crazy about this. They do work, but I'm not sure if I'll be keeping them. If I don't find anything better, I'll just keep this. So yeah, this will be the general to-do list and the inspiration, let's say mood board for my interests and just general things that I like. And then we have the ideas and sketches. I'll be using 2 pages for this one. So usually what I do is I write ideas for products that I want to create, and I just want to do a quick sketch just to remind myself of what I was thinking at the time. So when I come back to this, I can immediately just see the image and understand what I was thinking at the time. So I have dedicated 2 pages for this one. Again, this is just for a week, so I don't know if I'm even going to fill this up, but I wanted to have enough space for different projects, for different products that I want to create. And hopefully this system will sort of help me to become more creative. And because sometimes having so many notebooks can create a bit of pressure. And I think that takes away from the actual content and the creative part and the inspiration, because it can get overwhelming. So I think that this system, being as simple as it is, will actually inspire me and help me to come up with different ideas, new ideas, and just overall allow me to focus on the content instead of designing and creating layouts and all of that. I really have high hopes for this. That's why I put 2 pages for this one. And then we have the budget and savings. Again, this will be 2 pages. I don't know if I'm gonna fill it up, but I wanted to give it enough space. And I will be doing sort of a short-term budget for the month and the week, and also a long-term breakdown of my general budget and savings goals, and sort of a current status of my savings. So that's why I have 2 pages for this. Again, I will create a very simple layout for this one. I'll show that later, because I just want to be able to do this really fast, really efficiently. I don't want to spend hours thinking about layouts or anything like that. Then we have the weekly schedule, which I'll be using my Hobonichi Weeks kit, because I think that will help me so much to really quickly set up my week. And obviously I'll be following the layout that we have in the weeks. So it will be very similar to this one, and that would just really help me to not have to figure out too many things, because it's already set up basically. And this is a good system. I don't want to recreate anything different, since I have something that just really works very well. And also this is going to be a 2-page spread, just like this one basically. I think the kit will really help me with that, so I don't have to figure out too many things. And then after this, we start with the daily entries. I'm not sure if I want to write on this page because it's ghosting a little bit, so I might want to keep that empty and then just start from here. So we're gonna go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I think these are just enough pages for some daily entries. And then there's actually a lot of pages here, so I might be doing something else with these pages as well, because I do have space for more bookmarks. So as soon as I get started, I feel that a lot more needs will arise from that, because this is just what I can think of right now, sort of the basics, but I'm sure that as soon as I start using this, I will need more pages with different categories. So I'm really glad that there's some extras here. And the daily entries will probably be just the whole page here. It's surprising because it's such a small notebook, but it can really hold a lot of information. But again, it's just for a very short period. It wouldn't be able to last more than a week, maybe 2 weeks. Maybe I'll do this for 2 weeks, but I really don't want to neglect my journals and my notebooks. So I will figure out, and I would love to hear your ideas as well on what else I could write in here. Overall, I'm very excited about this, and I think it's a great idea to even just to try it. I don't think that this will work for me long term, and definitely want to keep my journals and my notebooks, but I think this is a great exercise for everyone to do. And most importantly, it's taking a break from having so many notebooks, feeling the pressure a little bit to fill in each spread or fill in all of the notebooks. So I think this is a great exercise as a break. We can call it vacation from my regular system. But I don't know, there's something liberating about just using one notebook. Already I feel more relaxed, and I think it's going to be so much easier to just grab this, go where I need to go, and just immediately see the information that I need. So I'm really excited to get this started, and I'll be showing very soon the layouts that I'll be doing. And I also want to hear your ideas on what else I can include in here other than the daily entries. I didn't go for the monthly. I might actually add a monthly spread in here. But usually with the monthly, I like to do just a list of the days and write on one line per day. But since I'm not going to be using this for the whole month, I don't know if it's worth doing that. But yeah, I really want to hear your ideas. Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next one.